Hello student, the last video I made about the 5 questions that you will be asked in TCS interview, especially for technical round. It helped most of the students well. Also, there are so many students in our community who have gone through their TCS interview and they helped us with the questions that they were asked. And with no surprise, most of the students were asked the pattern based questions. So today in this video, I'm going to cover 8 pattern-based questions that you can be asked in TCS interview regardless of your cadre. You can be a digital ninja or even a prime cadre. The only difference will be the complexity in the code. Like if you're a prime or a digital cadre, you may be asked to solve it in a different way or different methods. For ninja especially, you can practice these questions as these are the basic level questions. So without wasting much time, let's start one by one. So students, starting with our first question. Alright, the first question is about making a right angle triangle of stars. It is the most common asked questions because this type of question asks this type of questions, they test your ability to solve loop based questions, your logic building and things like that. Okay, so here we are taking input n equal to 5. I will be highlighting it. We are taking n equal to 5. So my input n is equal to 5. First, let us know what exactly is the output we want to know. For right angle triangle, that means this is what I want to print. Alright, this is a right angle triangle, correct? Now let's know how to make it or how to code it. So basically what we want is, first we want single star to be printed. In next line we want 2 stars to be printed, then 3, then 4 and 5. The best thing is we don't need to have any extra space in the beginning of the stars because it's a right angle triangle, right? So every time we don't need a space, it will be first star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 stars and 5 stars. Alright, now let's know about the logic. We'll first use a loop from 1 to n. N is nothing but 5, which we have taken as input. For each row, we'll print star I times. Now what exactly is I? This will define in our loop. Okay, this n can be different also. You can use n as 3 also, 6, 7, 8, whatever. When they can test it with anything, but considering it's your interview, basically you can use n is equal to 5 for any pattern based questions. All right, now let's come to the code. I have initialized n equal to 5. Now this is my loop for I in range 1 to n plus 1. All right, that means my i's value will vary from 1 to n plus 1, that is 5. So, and here I am giving print star into I. All right, so first when my code enters into this loop, so my value of I is 1 and my value of n plus 1, this will become what, 6. So first it will print star, only single star, right? Because I am doing star into I value is 1 because it is varying from 1 to n. Second, it will go again in this loop the second time. This time the value of I is 2. It will print star star, 2 stars, again 3 stars, 4 stars in my 4th iteration, 5th star in my 5th iteration, and post that as my range this loop is complete, it will come out. So basically just this 3-line code in Python, you can write a simple program to make a right angle triangle. Similar question, I'm coming to the next question, which is, let me erase it first. Yeah, so this was our first pattern based question. Coming to the next question, that is inverted triangle of numbers. See, now we printed stars, right? But now we want to print inverted triangle of numbers. Here also, as I said, we can take input as 5. Before jumping into the code, let's know what exactly is inverted triangle of numbers. So that means if I'm taking n equal to 5, my first line will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, my inverted triangle, it will start like this. It will have a triangle like this and it will end like this. Are you able to get it? I will try to make it. This is my inverted triangle. So my first row will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it will have till 4, 3, 2 and 1. All right. Now I'm showing it on screen as well. Okay, so this, are you able to see? This is nothing but my inverted triangle of numbers. Now let's understand the logic how we'll be printing that. Similar to the first question that we solved, where we use our range from 1 to 5. Here we want to do the other way around, and instead of stars we want to print the numbers. Although numbers are in sequence, so it should not be difficult. For this also, it's barely 4 or 5 lines code. You can even write in 4 lines. And also students, I'm doing it in Python. Let me know if you want to do it in Java and C++. And also in my first question, I might not have mentioned the C++ or Java code. I will again display it here on my screen. this is Java code for the first question, which was the triangle of stars, right angle triangle of stars. And this is the code in C++ for right angle of stars, although the logic remains the same. Right, now jumping to the second question, coming back again to the second question. Here I'm initializing my n equal to 5. All right, now see how loop works here. First, I'm taking the loop of I for I in range n, 0 and -1. That means how my I will range, it will first start from 5. From 5, it has to go towards 0. In what order? Every iteration, it will choose -1, right? So that means first my value of I will be 5, then it will go 4, 3, 2, 1 up to 0. All right, I hope you understood this. So this is my first loop. Now coming to the second loop. Second loop inside I means based on my value of I, my second loop revolves, that is for j in range of 1 to I plus 1. All right. So we have two loops, one inside other. First is loop of I, second is the loop of j, which revolves around the loop of I, and at the end I am printing j with a space. So how this will work is, in my first iteration, my value of n is 5, it goes inside the loop. If we are talking about this loop, my value of n is of course 5. All right, so my value of I is as well 5. Now it goes inside my second loop, which is for j in range 1 to I plus 1. What is my value of I? It is 6, right? So I am printing j. My value of j is what? 1. So how it will print? It will first, my first print, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is nothing but enter. That means it will go to the next line. Means my this loop is completed now. How it is completed? First my I went to 1, my j printed 1, then again in next line it printed 2, in next iteration, then it printed 3, 4 and 5. All right, this 5 has happened in 5 iteration, not in a single iteration. Although we can do it 1 to 5 in single iteration as well, that's a different method, but this is the easiest method. Now after that I'm doing this, print this, that means it will come to the next line. In next line I only want to print from what? 1 to 4. All right, now in my next iteration, my value of I, 1 we have already used. Now it will start from 2, 5, 0, -1. Okay, it was 1, then it will start from 4. All right, my I was 5 before. Now in second iteration it is 4. Again for 4 it will start printing till 4. That means it will print 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, my this loop is also complete. It will go into the next line because I have here print. That means it will go to the next line. Now my value of I has become 3. All right, because I used -1 as I said before. So -1, again it will go till 1, 2, 3. In next iteration again it will do print. It will do 1, 2 and 1. So now I have an inverted triangle of numbers. Easy, right? Same code, meanwhile I am running it. I will paste it here in Java. You can see. Also here is the code in C++. Although logic is same, syntax are a bit different, and Python takes less number of lines to execute the same code. So till now we have done 2 questions. Jumping to the third question, this is the most common, or you can say most asked question in interview, be it the written round or the interview round. That is pyramid pattern. Most of you might be aware of the pyramid pattern. So pyramid pattern, this is exactly what we call pyramid pattern, right? Okay, here it is coming in a different page, but I hope you are able to understand what exactly is a pyramid pattern. Is my screen visible? I hope it is. So it has 1 star in one line, 1 star in a line, 3 star in second line, 5 star, 7 star, and then it should be 9 star if I'm not wrong. 3, 2, 5, 4, 9, yes. So if you notice the pattern in the first line, we are printing 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. That means only the odd numbers. But not only this, you should also notice that in first line, as it's a pyramid, we need some space in starting. Let's say in my bottom of a pyramid there are 9 stars. All right, this is my 9 stars. This is my first star where it will come. So we want 4 spaces before the stars, 4 spaces after the star in the first line. In the second line I want 3 spaces, 3 spaces on both the sides. All right, I hope you got the logic. Now let's see how we'll execute in the code. we'll have two logic basically. First to print the spaces and to print the number of stars. All right, because in all the lines we are doing the same thing. We are printing the number of spaces. For example, in first line I'll be printing 4 spaces and then 1 star. This is what I want. In next line I'll be printing 3 space and 2 stars. Are you getting it? Next line 2 space and 5 stars. Correct? Now let's see how we'll write in the logic. It is only 3 lines code. First, I have declared n equal to 5, considering my n is 5. You can even increase the number, the code will work the same way. First loop that I have taken for I in range of 1 to n plus 1. That means my I will vary from 1 to 6. This is how my loop will go. And what exactly it will print? For every loop, it will print space. This you are able to see, right? Space is a constant that it will print. And how many space it will print? It will print n minus I space. My n is what? 5. What is my I? For the first one, it is 1. That means initially what it will print? My I is 1, right? And n is 5. So it will print 4 spaces. Here I am making it 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Correct? That is space into n minus I. My n is 5, I is 1 in the first iteration. So here we see we have 4 spaces because it is space into n minus 1. I want to print, in first line I want to print only 1 star, correct? So how it will be? I will have star 2 into I minus 1. What is my value of I? It is 1. I's value is 1, that is 2 minus 1, 1. Star into 1, that means 1 star I will print. And do I need to print other spaces? No need, right? Because by default it will take space. I want to jump to the next line. Again in the next line, I have my I, now my value of I is 2. So that means how many spaces I will have? Space into n minus I. N is 5, I is 2, that means 3 spaces. That is 1, 2, 3 spaces. This is what I print. Plus star into 2 minus I minus 1. My I is what? 2. 2 into 2 is what? 4 minus 1, 3. Alright, so here I am printing 3 stars, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. Again, no need to type spaces, system automatically takes care of it. Jumping into the third iteration, it will take, now my value of I is what? 1 to n plus 1, that is 3. Now I have 3 minus 1, only 2 spaces. Alright, plus how many stars? 2 minus 1 minus 1. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 stars. Again in the next line I will have single space. Similarly, again 1 star, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and at the end I will have 9 number of stars that will make a pyramid. Alright, you are able to see, correct? So this was a simple version of a pyramid. And guys, again note me down that this is the most asked question in any interview. You have to make pyramid of a stars, you be it in a assessment round or in an interview round. Also make sure to remember the logic because they may even add something else. For example, there is another variation of the same question, that is number pyramid. See, now we made a pyramid that was made using stars, right? It is having the same structure of a pyramid. Now we'll make a number pyramid. Number pyramid is nothing but, in my first line I will have 1, in second line I will have 1, 2, 1, then I will have 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. In next line I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, it's a pyramid. The number of characters or not spaces in this pyramid is similar to the previous question. That means in first line I'm having a 1 number, like in previous question we had 1 star. In second line I'm having 3 numbers. In previous question we had 3 stars, then 5 numbers, 7 numbers and 9 numbers. So code is similar, right? The only difference will be in the first question in star pyramid we were printing the stars. Instead of that, this time we want to print the numbers. Right, here we go. This is the Python code of the same. Also for the pyramid of stars, if you see all the codes that I'm saying, even though while making this video I might miss to mention the C++ Java program, but I will make sure to add it after end of the every question. The C++ program as well for the same thing. The logic will be same as I already told. The Java program for the same. Coming to the code of numbers pyramid. Here I am initializing my n equal to 4. Notice it here, students. Last question I mentioned my n was 5. Now to make the same pyramid, why I am using n equal to 4? Let's find out. Here I have for I in range I to n plus 1. This range is also same. Now see how I print it. First I am printing space into n minus I. Again same thing, right? But I am ending it with the space. Alright. That means how many space it will print? I have n equal to 4. My range is 1 to 4. My first iteration I am printing space. How many times? 4 minus 1, that is 3. I am printing 3 spaces and ending it with another spaces. Right? Now for j in range, see this another loop, and this loop is inside this for loop. I'll make it here. Alright. This loop falls inside that I loop. Now this is the spaces that we already printed. Now for j in range of 1 to I plus 1, what is the value of I? It is 1, right? Here we are in first iteration of this I loop. My value of j is now 1 to I plus 1. That means it will derive from 1 to 2. 2 times only it will print. What it will print? It will print j. What is my value of j? It is 1 for the first iteration, right? Simple. And we are ending it with spaces. That means, yeah. Now for j in range I minus 1 to 0 and minus 1, I minus 1, my first I is 0. So my loop is starting from 0 and I have given it should go to 0. That means it will print nothing. So first time it will nothing happen. Now I have print this, that means it will jump to the next time. Now see here the loop starts to show the actual theory, the actual logic. Now my value of I is 2, right? It was ranging from 1 to 4. Initially we did for 1. Now the value of I is 2. I am printing space how many times? Space into 2 minus 1. 2 n minus I, sorry, that is 4 minus 2, that is 2. That means I am printing 2 space, ending it with another space. That means 3 space I have print as of now. Now coming to the j's loop, this loop. For j in range of I, range of 1 to I plus 1. What is my value of I? It is 2. So that means 1, 2, 3. Alright, so it will range from 1, 2 and 3. So 3 iteration of the j. Print j and equal to 1. That means 3 times it has to run. So first what it will print? 1. This is my first iteration. Alright. Again, it will go in the same loop. What is my value of j now? For j in range 1 to I plus 1. I's value is 2, 3. Now it is 2. Now it will print j, that is 2. Okay, let me write it properly, students, for you. I'm using pencil here. I hope it helps. Okay, first we had what? We had 4 spaces. 1, rest of the spaces. In next line, what we saw now? First it printed 3 spaces. It printed 1. What is the value of j now? 2. Right, till here we saw. Now in the third iteration, will it go in the third iteration? What is my range here? I 2 plus 1, 2, 3. Yeah, print j. That is for j in range I minus 1. My value of I is 2. That means 1 to 0 with minus 1. Alright. So my this loop will go from 1 to 0, and how it will go? By minus 1. It will decrease 1. So it is entering in this loop for the first time. It will print 1. That is my value of j here. Alright, don't confuse this j with this j, students. Alright, this j I am using here. Again I am using a different j. Means it is j but the range is different. Alright. It printed 1 to 1. No need to put anything at the end. Now coming to the third iteration, my value of I 1 to 4 it is allowed. Now my value of I is 3. Print space into n minus I. 4 minus 3, 1. Only into n minus 1, that is n is 4, my I value is 2, that means 2 spaces it printed. Now coming to the j in range 1 to I plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, that is 3. Print j, initially it will print 1, correct? Then it is going to again 1 to 2, again it will print what? 2. See here it is 3, right? Till 3 it has to go, again it will print 3. Now it will come out of this loop, because it was supposed to go from 1 to 3. Now coming to this loop, right? For j in range I minus 1, my value of I is what? 3 minus 1, 2. It will again print 2. Alright, as it is decreasing by minus 1, again it will print 1. Alright, and other spaces. Similar way, in next iteration, what it will print? It will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, what it will print? It will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is what my pyramid of numbers. Pyramid of numbers. Alright, this is the most important pattern based questions asked in an interview. Alright, you should know the logic, you should know how we use these loops. There are other methods also to use the same thing to get the same result, but this is most reliable because it goes through any test results. You can put any numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, your n value can be anything. It will give the expected result, which will satisfy your panel as well. Coming to the next question, which is diamond of stars. What do you mean by diamond of stars? What is the shape of pyramid that we saw? This is pyramid that we saw, right? This is the inverted triangle. When we say diamond, this is what we mean. All right. So now we want to print diamond of stars. If you notice, this is nothing but two pyramids, one straight pyramid, another opposite pyramid or inverted triangle. Means we can combine a pyramid and an inverted triangle. Also to be noted, the baseline, which is my bottom line of pyramid, or my inverted triangle's first line, it should not be repetitive. You getting it right? I only want one string which has the whole value. All right, let me show you the shape first. See, are you able to see my screen? This is the inverted, this is the diamond shape. All right, so it is nothing but one star, then we have 3 star, 5, 7, 9, again 7 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars, and then at last 1. So as I said, the logic, it is nothing but pyramid plus an inverted triangle, just a single baseline. Even the code, it works the same. Let me show you this. See, this is the Python code of this. This is the code for the upper half. Let me highlight it for you. This is the code for upper half. This is the code for lower half. That means this will help me form a pyramid. This will help me form an inverted pyramid. All right. So, and one out of this you can choose that you can avoid this line so that it ends up making this shape. All right. So first, for I in range 1 to n plus 1, same as the pyramid question that we saw, it is printing the same thing into 2 into I minus 1. All right, it will print up to here, this part it will print, or let me highlight in this, here up to this part it will print. Now we just want to print an inverted triangle. And in inverted triangle, because we want to remove this redundant line, all right, because this part we have already printed. Now I don't want to print the 9 stars here. I want to start with the 7 stars inverted triangle. So for that, the range of I won't give it from n. Here we are giving from n to n plus 1. Here I will give start from n minus 1. My n was 5. I will start from I in range to 4. From 4 to it will go to 0 with decreasing 1 by 1. That means 4, 3, 2 and 1. This printing logic is same as that of inverted triangle, which will give us this shape, the diamond shape. I hope if you have seen my previous solutions where I have given for the pyramid as well as inverted triangle, it is just combined, just changing this range will remove one redundant line and give us diamond. Now similar questions, this question are specially for if you are a digital or a prime cadre, because the question that we saw till now, the upper 5 questions that are for Ninja as well as you, and they are the basic of pattern printing. Now we are coming to a bit advanced. Here I have Floyd triangle. What do you mean by Floyd triangle? Floyd triangles mean in first row I will have 1, in second I will have 2, 3, then I will have 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. That means it is not just a normal numbers triangle that we saw there. It has the next number in the next row of the triangle. Getting it? You can even see in my screen. See, this is the Floyd's triangle. We have 1, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pattern is nothing but right angle or left angle triangle, right angle triangle, and the numbers as I said before. So what is the logic we'll use? We'll use counter to print increasing numbers row by row with increasing count. That means two things will go parallelly. First, I am able to print the right angle triangle. At the same time, I also have to take care of the increasing numbers, because in the next line it has to print the next numbers, not the same number or like we saw in the earlier questions. So here I'll start initializing my n as 4. Num is 1. I'm using another variable. Till now we only used one main variable of one constant. For I in range 1 to n plus 1, my n is what? 4. That means first this will go from 1 to 5. All right. Again, another loop I have used, number of j in range 1 to I plus 1. That means whatever value of I we get, the j will take from I to I plus 1. So let's go one by one. In first iteration, for I in range 1 to n plus 1, my n is 4. That means 1 to 5. My value of I is 1. Okay, here I will write I, here I will write j. In first iteration, my value of I is 1. For j in range 1 to I plus 1, that means it will range from where 1 to I plus 1, that is 1 to 2. This is how it will range. Now my I is 1 in first iteration, my j is also 1. What it will print? Number. That means it will only print 1. Alright, number plus 1. Now my value of number has become 2. Coming to the next iteration. For I in range 1, 2 and plus 1, that means now my value of I is 2 in the second iteration. For j in range 1 to I plus 1, my value of j is 3 in the second iteration. Initially it was 2, is 3. Now what it is printing? Number. What is my number? It was increased to 2, right? 2. This is the one iteration. It has to go to 2 iterations, right? In second iteration, what is my value of j? It is 2. Alright, my value of j is 2. Number is plus 1. That means it will write 3, because here I am doing number plus 1. Print next line. It will go to the next line. Similar way it will enter here. It will take 4, 5, 6. Next line, the last iteration, it will take 7, 8, 9 and 10, thus making our Floyd's triangle. Another question solved. Similar question, next one, the seventh one, Pascal's triangle. See, you should first know what is Floyd's triangle, Pascal's triangle, although in most of the questions they already explain you, they give you the diagram, okay, you have to make this, but still you should know. As a coder, you should know that what is a Floyd's triangle, what is Pascal's triangle. Pascal's triangle is also similar. The only thing is here you are able to see, here I am having like my outside border all are having same numbers. It is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. In between I have 2, then I have 2 3s, I have 4, 4 and then 6. This is the pattern, this is the range. Okay, this is what we want to make. Let me make it clear to you so that it is visible. Here I am choosing pencil. My value of n is 5. For I in range, print space how many times? N minus I, that is 4. 4 space it is printing initially. As of now, my first number is not yet printed. Alright, this one is not yet printed. Now, number is 1, again variable. For j in range of I plus 1, my value of I was what? I in range of n, 5. My I is what? 1. This thing I plus 1, that is 2. Print number and n, that means 1, 1. It will print 2 times 1, right? Printing it is number printing. This loop is going 2 times, that means it is printing. So students, for now we have j in range I to 2. Now we are in the second iteration. We printed 1 and 1. So we have our next set also ready. Coming to the third iteration, what is the range of j here? Now it is I plus 1 again. As my I has changed, alright, it has become num equal to number into 1 into 1 minus j, I minus j, sorry. The value of I was 3 and j was range of this. So what it will print and divide by j plus 1. So my next line it will print as, it will first print 1, then it will print 2, then it will print 1. Alright, because 1 when it enters the first iteration, 1 plus 1 2, second iteration again I minus j, that is 1. Then in third iteration, here we also have spaces. In third iteration, what it will be? It will be 1 in the beginning. Alright, then we'll have, because of my value of j and I, it is 3, 3 and 1. And similarly, my last line will be 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. And it will make my Pascal's triangle. So this is the seventh question. Only the last question, that is hollow square star pattern. Also, I am pasting the C++ and Java codes here for the same question. Now coming to the last question, that is hollow square star pattern. First we have input as 4. I am taking n equal to 4. Okay, first what is a hollow square pattern? It is nothing but this is my square, right? Now a hollow square will be something like this. Alright, this is the pattern we want to print. So basically we want to print 4 stars in first row, then 2 stars separated by 2 spaces in the second row, then we want the same thing again, and at last again we want 4 stars. Alright, so what we'll do is first we'll print on borders. means first and last row or column. That is what we'll print, right? Otherwise we'll print space. If it is the first row, let's say I have this square, right? So this is my first row, this is my second row, this is my third row, this is my fourth row. This is my first column, second column, third column, and fourth column. So students, please notice the logic of this is like if it is in my first row or the first column, then only print it as star, otherwise leave it as blank. You're getting it right? If I'm having a square, this is my first column, very first column, so it will be all star. In my second column, in between there will be spaces, but as this is the first row, it will have star. It is the last row, it will also have star. My third line, first row, it is star, last row is star, in between spaces, last row, it is first row again star, last row star, and it is the last column as well, that's why it is star. So that is the logic we are using. Now coming to the code, we are first taking n as 4. All right, we are taking n as 4 for I in range of n. That means it will vary from vary till 4, and inside that we have taken another loop, that is for j in range of n. So these two are basically similar conditions, but it is nested loop. Now if I is equal to 0 or I equal to n minus 1, that is nothing but if it is the first row or column, or let's say I'm using I for my rows, I will be representing I for rows and j for the column. So if it is my first row or last row, okay, and what condition I'm giving for j? J is what? It represents the column. Or if it is my first column or the last column, then I will print star, otherwise it will end with spaces. All right, this is my else condition, which will print the spaces. So how it will go? In my first iteration, is my value of I is 0? Yes, it will print star. It will again print star, again print star, again print star, because this condition is being satisfied, right? Or if I is n minus 1, that means this all four will be taken care by I. Now coming to the next iteration, this star won't be taken care by I, but for j. Why? Because j is nothing but your first column or the last column. So this will be taken care by j, this will be taken care by I. So my j will take care of these 4 stars. Again the next one, they will take care of these 4 stars, and then I will take care of these 4 stars. So hence we will have a square, a hollow square triangle. So we covered these 8 questions. All of these 8 are important. The initial 5 are very important, be it in any career or be it in any company, because these are the most sought out after questions that also test your logical building ability as well as how good you are with loops. Along with that, you also got to know about the different patterns like Pascal pattern, the pyramid, inverted triangle, hollow square pattern, and so on. You can create multiple patterns using the same, although the logic will be same. In all the patterns, you will notice that we used some kind of loop. We just started it somewhere, we ended it somewhere. In between loop, we just did the operation. For stars, it was easy to print because it was only star, not different numbers. And now coming to the different patterns, especially for the number ones, there we added another loop for the numbers. I hope these 8 questions will help you a lot in your interview, be it in TCS or any other place. And if this was useful, please let us know in my comment section if you want to add any other questions for this one. Thank you and all the best for your interview. All right, see you. Bye.